Good morning. Good morning. I could not hear the music, y'all. So please let me know if you can hear me. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Thank you, Cassandra. Good morning. I'm glad to be back. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me because I could not hear the bumper music when it was playing. Can you hear me, sister girl? Oh, thank you, Shauna. Thank you. Things change when you've been gone for 3 weeks. Good morning over on Instagram. So normally I am on the Maison 276 Instagram page, but we were having a little bit of technical difficulties. So I had to go to my personal Instagram page, but it's all good. Good morning, Instagram. Thank you guys for joining. It is so good to be back. So, if you are new here, good morning. Welcome to the Beauty of Aging. I'm Angel, the founder of Maison 276 and creator of the award-winning three-step system for silver, gray, and blonde hair, a healthy way to brighten, cleanse, and restore the natural brilliance of your hair without purple dyes. Available at select Walmarts nationwide and, of course, on Amazon Prime. And we meet here every Friday. We talk about a variety of topics from silver hair care, fashion, lifestyle, beauty, fitness, all the things, but there are all topics that are important to you, the woman who is unapologetically growing bolder. I took a much needed break, a 3 week social media break. I believe that is the longest since I've been on YouTube, and it was very much needed. I know, Shauna, I got that. She really been outside glow. She been outside. I was outside. Yes, I'll be doing a photo dump, drip, 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 all the photos. I started with a few on Instagram. Actually, I did a couple of community posts yesterday. And so, anyway, I'm starting to drip the vacation vlog photos. The long vlog is, we're working on it, should be up Monday or Tuesday. So, yes, I started with, I spent 4 days in New Orleans. One of my aunts celebrated her 70th birthday. And, in New Orleans style, it was not a single day. It was a almost week-long celebration. They had started celebrating on Wednesday. I got there Friday. And when I mean celebrating, like they had dinner Wednesday night at someone's house, and then Thursday night they had like a potluck dinner somewhere, but all family. So it was like a 4-day family reunion. But we had a great, great time. The theme was Roaring Twenties. So it was super cute. Everybody followed her theme, and I found this really cute dress on Amazon. True story. I was about to hit the buy button, and something told me to check with my daughter. And I was like, what does your dress look like? Long story short, we were about to be dressed like twins, the exact same dress. It would have been cute, it would have been fine, but I just got the dress in another color. So, anywho, and then got back on Monday, and then Wednesday morning, so literally had a 24-hour turnaround time. We flew to Mexico and finally did our 42-year anniversary vacation. That's what that was. Now, our anniversary was in June, but June was not convenient for us. So we went to a beautiful all adult resort, because that's all I do now because my children are very grown. And we went to Secrets Maroma Beach in the Cancun Riviera. You fly into Cancun. And so, anyway, had a wonderful time. Looking forward to sharing that with y'all. So, what are they still live? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. There was a little bit of a delay over on Instagram. Had to see what was going on over there with them. So, what have y'all been up to? As you can see, I have vacation hair. If you watched my prep and pack vlog, you know I got this hair like 2 weeks early before we actually went on vacation because I knew I had to go to New Orleans first. And I just I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do a twist out. I just wanted maintenance free. This is my first time getting Senegalese twists. I have gotten braids several times before, but it's been about 4 years. So I really love them, y'all. I really do. Um, Took me a while to get used to it. It's a little bit heavier than when I've gotten freestyle braids, but as long as I could put it up in a knot on top of my head, that's all I really wanted. That's all I really wanted. So, what have you guys been up to? Who's been on vacation? And what have you been doing to disconnect, refresh, and revitalize yourself this summer? And a lot of times, like, that's really not about how far you went, how much money you spent, how exotic the place was. It was just, did you disconnect and take some time to pour into yourself? If you guys recall, early this year, one of my commitments was to every quarter do some type of reset. And that did not necessarily mean going on vacation. Um, it just meant stopping, taking a break from whether it was social media, emails, even if it's just for 48 hours. And I have been very proud of myself because I actually have done it. Just to recap, did a Valentine's Day getaway just to Dallas, 4 hours away. Then we did a 4th of July weekend getaway, San Antonio, barely 3 hours away. And then our long, vacation that we did last week. So I'm really proud of myself because and the other thing, y'all, I did not open my laptop while I was on vacation. I did not. That is rare for me. Thank you, Shauna. You wear braids often, so you're biased. I mean, I just wanted something a little different. I've been seeing Senegalese twists, and I love the way they look. If you're in Houston, I highly recommend this salon. Now, I did have to buy my own hair. I know there are some salons that you will book where the cost of the service, the hair is included. I have done that before, and I was not pleased with the hair. It's really hard to match my hair because I have so much silver, and most of the hair that you find is like a salt and pepper blend, and that doesn't work for me, especially at the top of my head. The other thing was that I wanted to detox the hair. There's a ACV, apple cider vinegar rinse, that you should do with synthetic hair. And that's because that's when you get braids or whatever you get. If you use synthetic hair and your scalp itches, it's because of the stuff, the preservatives, and just chemicals that they put on the hair when they're manufacturing it. So I really wanted to be able to do my own apple cider vinegar rinse. It's a very simple process. If you don't know how to do it, look at my Bantu knot tutorial, and I tell you how it's done. It's simple, probably takes 30 minutes max. Longest is that you just have to wait for the hair to dry. But so I was okay with not including my hair. It took about 3.5 hours, but that was also because there were two people working on me at the same time. So all in all, I'm very, very satisfied. I got these done July 28th, 27th or 28th. And today is August 14th. They still look really, really good. I mean, I haven't had anything come loose, and I'm not really delicate with braids and stuff. I mean, of course, I wrap my hair at night, but That's about it. So thank you, Shauna. Good morning, Nikki. Conversations with Lamp. How y'all doing over on Instagram? Thank you for joining me on Coffee with Angel, back from my 3 week break. So, what have you guys been up to? Have you read anything fabulous? I did. The book that I read on vacation was, now, of course, as I'm getting ready to recommend it to you, I can't think of the name of it. Let me go back to home. What was it? Y'all, I can't think of, The Seven Daughters of Dupree. The Seven Daughters of Dupree. And that was not on our original summer reading list. Another reading list popped up in my stream. And so I really, really loved It's really good. Good read. So that's what I did. Hi, Joy. Joy says when she had her hair braided a few years ago, the lady bought the hair and she said that was a mistake. She took it out. If your scalp was itching, now look, Joy, I'm not going to tell you I always knew this. And the whole apple cider vinegar rinse thing, in the big scheme of things, that's new. That's not something that's always been done. So if your scalp was itching, as mine used to always itch the first 3 or 4 days after getting it braided, as well as having a headache, that is why I was itching. So some salons, now my daughter went to a salon in New York or in Brooklyn, I don't know if it was in Manhattan or Brooklyn, and they actually wash the hair for you. So I mean, to me, that's like 100% 5-star service. They provide the hair, they wash the hair, and for me, the hair matches. So, and I've seen her hair several times there. So if you're in that area, you want to know where she gets her hair done, I will find that out from her and also put that in. So, what have you guys been up to? I'm going to put that in the chat. How have you been refreshing yourself this summer? Okay. So, what have you guys been up to, and how have you been refreshing yourself this summer? Oh, Sister Girl Chronicles says she's been enjoying her gardening, her homegrown vegetables, and visited some museums. You know what? I think sometimes, especially those of us who live in large cities, we forget about all the cool things that we have to do right at home. And by the way, Sister Girl Chronicles, you know how when you go on vacations, especially if you're at a resort, you just kind of gravitate to people and you just kind of, either you're sitting at the same area of the pool or you bump into each other in the same restaurants, especially if you're there a long period of time. And so we found some vacation friends from Chicago, and they said it had been raining a lot. So I bet your garden is looking amazing and your vegetables are looking great and your water bill is awesome because you haven't been having to water your vegetables much in the heat like you normally, at least like we have to do down here. When I came home for vacation, everything looked so shriveled up. So it had not been raining at all. Shauna said she never heard of the apple cider vinegar rinse, and she's been getting braids for decades. Well, yeah, it's because it's kind of new. I feel like, if something's been around 4 or 5 years, that's new to me. But I just started hearing about that a few years ago, Shauna. So But if your salon provides your hair, you might want to ask them if they do that. So, what else have you guys been up to? So, while I was on break, I was trying and not looking at emails and responding to emails. I just started thinking about some projects that I need to do at home. So, speaking of gardening, Sister Girl Chronicles, I'm going to do a little bit of a refresh of my outdoor room, not a total makeover. I was looking at the cushions and they're about 4 years old. And even though you get the sun resistant fabric, over time they get dull. So I think this is a good time of year to go and buy some new outdoor cushions. The rug is also looking a little flat. And then I may do something to the walkway. So my outdoor room doesn't exactly connect to the house. It's like 4 or 5 feet from the back door. The other thing I'm going to do, y'all, and if any of you have done this, please let me know, an empty nest project. So I'm going to convert my daughter's room. I've chatted with her about it. She's like 100%. She's like, Mom, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. So I'm going to share what I'm going to do to that room. Oh, Sister Girl Chronicle says they've had massive storms in Chicago, tornadoes, but her garden loves the rain. I never associated tornadoes with Chicago, but there's a lot of things we're seeing in the environment now that we didn't used to see. That's a conversation for another day, right? Well, I hope everything is well. There is rain and then there's too much rain. There's wind where, oh, this breeze feels so good. And when that tears your fence down, and it is still hurricane season. So say that very quietly because it's not over yet. So, Shauna, what have you been up to this summer? So, new project, new empty nest project boarding. About to start. I've got a new empty nest project. So, my daughter's room, I'm going to convert to a studio where I can create content. So, presently, like if I'm doing something hair and makeup, I do that in the bathroom. If all of the fashion content is in my bedroom, which means every single time I create any type of content, it doesn't even matter how long it is, I have to do the whole setup. And that's even before I lay out the clothes or whatever the content's going to be. And then the whole breakdown, multiple cameras, microphones, that sort of thing. And so it really I would probably create more content if I didn't have like this huge setup before and after each time. And so I thought, well, if I had a dedicated space to do it, would I create more content? And the answer is yes, I would. Now, I do my live streams here in the office. I really like that look, but this is my workspace. And so my home office is not like the room is not big enough to also have this side area where I do other fashion or fitness content or whatever. And so that's why I just have been thinking about this for several months and just realized I'm going to do it. So now I'm excited. So I will record that process. The room is gonna have to be painted. Her favorite color is purple. I can't do fashion content in a lilac room. I'm just not. I'm just not. Um, I have a day bed. So the bed that's in there now is the queen size bed that was her bed. And so now I'm going to take that out, give that away, and put a day bed in there. And when it will still be the space where she sleeps, but it'll be a day bed. Um, I need more art on the wall because almost everything that she loved, she took. So the walls are kind of bare. There are just a couple of things in there. Um, the bookshelf that still has everything from middle school to college is still there. That's going to have to go. So it's going to take me a minute. It's going to take me a minute to do it, but I'm excited about it. So, have you guys, who's done some empty nest projects? I want to know, like, I'm over the emotional part of it. She still will have a place to sleep when she comes home. I'm also going to keep the desk in there because I'm just going to move it around, and I may get a smaller desk because sometimes she often works from home. And so sometimes she will come home and still just and be working sometimes when she wants to escape the New York snow or whatever, or have a really extended holiday break. So she'll be still working from home, but won't be on vacation technically. So I have to make sure that, she can still work in there. But I've been creating a Pinterest board for it. I know the color scheme I want, basically something very similar to my office because it's calming, it's neutral, but it also will look good for content because it won't clash with anything. So let me know about some of your emptiness projects and what you did, and is it a multi-purpose room? Like if it was a bedroom, is it still a bedroom, but now it's more functional? I want to know. Shauna says she's been staying out of the heat, wanting to travel next year. You want to do for your 50th. Oh, for your 50th. I did. So my 50th, my birthday is very close to Christmas time, the 27th, actually. And so I actually everybody was home. I'm trying to think. No, my daughter was in high school, but our son was living in New York. He had already graduated, but everybody was home. I still had a lot of family here from temporarily located in Katrina. So I just had a huge party at home. Of course, friends as well, lifelong friends from college, but that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to celebrate with family and friends, and that's what I did. I didn't have like the vacation I had that year, I didn't call it a 50th. But having said all that, you have a lot of time to think about it. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to be with just you and your hubby? Do you want to celebrate with family? Because that will look different. Even if you want to do a destination, do you want to do a destination with family members who want to come? There's so many options. You got a lot of time. And, for my 50th, Airbnbs wasn't a thing. I think maybe for another big birthday, I might rent out a huge Airbnb. In fact, for my mother's 80th birthday, that's what we did. We rented out a huge Airbnb. And so there was room for out of town guests, us. And it was a huge backyard. And so it was just, we loved it. And also, it was like all things New Orleans. It was a multi-day thing. So we had the house for a period of time, not just the day of the official birthday party, but before. Yeah, that's kind of how we do. That's just how we do stuff in New Orleans. So the Friday before, we had a little get together. Saturday was the huge party. And then the Sunday, After church, we had another get together before everybody left to go back to where, if they didn't live in New Orleans, to go back home on Monday. So you got time, girl. You got time to think about it. Lots of options. And if you want to do like a destination celebration, you have time to give people to, get their coins together. So a lot of options, a lot of options, a lot of options. Hello, Purple Curves and Sassy P over on Instagram. So Shauna says she wants to use her passport. Okay, I'm stuck with what to do. Figure it out. Start now if you want to travel to Europe. Oh, you went to Jamaica on a girls' trip for your 40th. Okay, that was fun. Okay, just wanted something new. Cool. Let's see. You are in Atlanta, so obviously Delta has their hub there. And for me, I always like, where do I not have to? Well, going to Europe, you might have to change, but I don't know. Delta goes a lot of different places. So, like, nonstop, nonstop trips if possible. I love, as you can tell from my tan, I love, love, love a beach vacation. Love, love, love. Good morning, Mary from NOLA. Oh, Sister Girl Chronicles said rent out a villa in Jamaica or islands with a cook and yes, and maid service. A cook and maid service. That is also a thing, especially a destination whose food you love to eat. A destination where there's a lot of fresh stuff, like obviously Jamaica, an island. So you're going to get fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, fresh seafood. Like I think about those kind of things because I guess I could say I'm kind of a foodie. I don't really refer to myself that way, but I probably am. So I always think about that with destinations. I'm always thinking about what's indigenous to the region because that's what I want to eat. I don't want to go someplace and then have them flying, in food from all over the place. Fun, and that brings me. That's a Sister Girl Chronicle. She did. That's exactly what she did. Okay. So so there's always been places, even before Airbnb was a thing, there have always been ways to rent private residences, especially in tropical areas. It was just not as that information was not as easy to access, but now it is. There's also VRBO, vacation rental by owner. And then, of course, you can just straight up Google villas for rental in whatever. In fact, in November, a good friend of mine, her husband, for her birthday, rented out a villa, and all we have to do is get there. So I'm looking forward to that. Already, I just came back from a vacation, and that was just like a bonus trip for 2026. So that is a great, great idea. That's a great idea. Like I said, it could be Jamaica, it could be anywhere. And Sister Girl Chronicles, if you have resources like that, do you have resources like that on your website? If you're new to the channel, Sister Girl Chronicles is a travel blogger. She has a website. She's been cited as one of the foremost experts on travel for the over 50 population, women over 50. So check her out. Good morning, not before 10. Long time no see. How is your summer? Have you been resting, reviving, and renewing yourself? We're just catching up today. If you're just joining us, good morning. Welcome to the Beauty of Aging. I'm Angel, the founder of Maison 276 and the Beauty of Aging YouTube channel. And we meet here every Friday to chit chat about a lot of different topics, but they're all issues that are important to you, the woman who's unapologetically growing bolder. This morning, we're literally catching up. I've been gone for almost a month. home to New Orleans, then vacation with my husband for our 42nd wedding anniversary. A much needed disconnect to refresh and revitalize. And now we're just chit chatting about what we've been doing over the summer. We've had people gardening, visiting local museums, enjoying their cities, because sometimes we forget home has a lot to offer. More vacays, more travel. That's our goal. Okay. Well, I think you need to visit Sister Girl Chronicles website. But let me know, Sister Girl Chronicles, if you have those resources on your website, and then I will add that to the show notes. My biz says renting a complete villa is the best. Oh, and you had your private beach. That, yes, that's what I love about all inclusive vacations, because those resorts come with their own private beaches as well. So, my biz, was that recently? Did you use, let me get some water. Was that, oh, no, it's going to take a minute for the light to adjust. There we go. So, my biz, was that recently? And what resource did you use? Airbnb, VRBO, a website? Y'all know we're all about sharing here at the Beauty of Aging. We don't do any gatekeeping over here, not in these streets. Not before 10. It was fabulous. Had fun with my vacation friends at the pool all day. And we did not leave the resort. And I have been known for doing that. I have been known for not leaving the resort. When I finally get in the mindset that I want to relax and not do anything, I really don't do anything. We ate at the restaurants every night, because oftentimes when we go to a resort, some nights I don't even want to leave the room after being at the pool all day, and we'll do room service. But the food was so great at this restaurant. We went to Secrets, Maroma Beach in the Riviera Cancun, and the food was so good, and everybody was talking about how good the food was. So we tried to sample as many of the restaurants as we could. Didn't make it all because there were a lot. But we had room service one time, and that was for breakfast on the balcony that came with our room. All of the rooms are suites. Just fabulous, fabulous experience. Fabulous experience. So yeah, my biz, tell me how you came about that resort. So all I did was just eat and drink champagne at the pool all day. As you will tell from the pictures that I share online, but that's exactly what I meant to do. So I'm also working on losing 15 pounds of menopause weight. So I didn't gain as much weight as I thought I did. I only gained a couple of pounds, but I did work out almost every morning. I did. I really did. I just ate things that I don't normally eat. So I totally know where those 2 pounds came from. I love a beach run, even though I don't run very much. I love a beach run. I just being out there, just I don't need any music, just listening to the waves. It is the best. I took my iPhone out a couple of mornings to the beach and did Tai Chi. I just turned on one of my YouTube videos that I've saved in my playlist and did Tai Chi. And then I really wanted to do something completely different. Didn't snorkel or go on a boat excursion, but we did a bike tour through the jungle, because Cancun is basically the jungle. And so the resort is like set right in the middle of the jungle. And so the bike tour took us outside the resort, and it's a trail that they use, but yeah, we had the helmets and stuff. I can even tell y'all the last time I got on a bike. It had been decades. So these mountain bikes with these very thick tires, obviously, and it's a path, but it's not smooth. A couple of times I didn't fall, but a couple of times I was just like, hold up. There were these secret word, not secret words that were like, yell this if you need to stop. I think it was taco or something like that. And a couple of times I hit a rock that I didn't see, but no scrapes or bruises. It was all fine. Had a great time. It was fun. I almost did that twice. I almost did it twice, but I was like, no, do something else. So it was all done. Oh, somebody did it for y'all. Okay. You celebrated your 23rd anniversary. You just had to show up. You know what? That's a great point, because more and more people are starting to use travel agents again. Like when the internet, I feel like there was a moment where people were doing just a lot of DIY travel because all of the information is there for you to do. But having a travel agent can really elevate your experience. Or if you just don't want to take the time to do all the research, because I know it took me and my husband, like, it probably took us a week and a half or maybe two back and forth looking at various videos of all the different resorts, and just it came to a point where I narrowed it down to two, and I was just like, you pick. I don't want to look at any more videos. I don't want to read any more reviews. And so I feel like using a travel agent eliminates all of that. You just tell them what you want and they do that. And so my biz, that's a great point. I am noticing more and more people using travel agents again because they just don't want to go through the time that it takes to do all of that research, because a good travel agent will get you what you want. Shauna says that's why she's stuck. So much. It is. It can be information overload. It really can. So I keep referring back to Sister Girl Chronicles. If you don't do that type of service, I know you specialize in certain types of excursions. If you know of someone who does that, please let me know. And Shauna, I'll keep my eye out as well if I hear of someone like, I know people who do, like, they're very nichey, like they do group cruises, things like that. But I don't know anyone currently that specializes in individual type of experiences like my biz was talking about. But yeah, it can be a little bit of overload. Not Before 10 says she was a travel agent for a short time in the 80s. Yeah, I totally understand that. A lot of people do it because they get the free travel, because all of the resorts want them to come and recommend it. And now with YouTube, people make a full-time job of that, just literally traveling all over, making YouTube videos, which is fine and fun, but then there is the, can I make a living doing this? So there is that. Because I did notice that, like, some of the YouTube videos that I watch, they were by travel agents. And so you kind of also kind of have to look at that with I mean, not that I don't trust what they say, but understanding that they're being a salesperson for the resort. I am more inclined to listen to someone who is not a travel agent. And then the other thing, when you're looking at YouTube videos, what I now realize after looking at so many of them are AI created videos. So you got to figure out what's a real person and what's AI. So it can be a lot. Shauna says she appreciates the help. Oh, she wants something other than the Caribbean. Okay, been there, done that. Okay. But do you want tropical? Like, I was like, I'm a beach girl, I'm a beach bum. That's what I want to do. And but Europe is fine. Like you don't have to do that. I've been to Europe and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a different kind of vacation, a different kind of experience. And how far do you want to go? There's also Africa, so many different places in Africa, depending on what type of experience you want. So, girl, you got to narrow it down. So if you don't want to do the Caribbean, okay, but there's also places like Bali, Thailand. Thailand is a destination that's on my list. My daughter has been there, and then I know several friends that have been Thailand, Bali, the Polynesian islands. So it's a further trip, obviously more expensive, but it's still tropical. So that might be an option. How many months you got, Shauna, to plan this? Hi, Kim Roxy. Hi, Trina. As you guys can tell, we're just chit chatting. We're all over the board this morning. So I'm going to be working on some new content, getting ready for fall. It's still going to be warm here for a very long time. So it's going to be a minute before I actually do a fall fashion vlog. But I definitely have some closet refreshes that need to happen, some purging again, because there are some things in there that I pulled out for spring and summer that I haven't worn and need to be honest about. Am I going to wear them ever again? So I definitely have that up. So Oh, okay. Sister Girl Chronicles says she has several travel agents' names, so she's going to email them to me, and then I'm going to put them in the show notes. And then I'll also, I am thinking about doing a newsletter. Now, yes, of course, we have the Beauty of Aging. I'm sorry, we have the Maison 276 emails, which you may or may not be on, but I am thinking about doing a newsletter. I also have the Maison 276 blog where I talk about various hair care and skincare, but curious. And I should probably do a poll, but just curious if you guys would be interested in a newsletter. If so, what type of information? I know our email inboxes are so flooded with stuff. So I'm always very cautious about being someone who sends out a lot of emails because it can be overwhelming. When I came back from vacation, I had 869 emails in my inbox. And that was not even the junk that I needed to go through. Because I do go through junk email because sometimes something good will wind up that shouldn't be junk, should be there. So the world. Okay. I said, Shauna, what do you want to do? She said the world. Okay. All right. Okay. She's got a couple of weeks to play with. Okay. Oh, okay. In terms of how long you can actually be gone. Exactly. Because if you're going someplace like, I mean, even Europe, you got to at least 7 days, I would think, because you got the travel time in there. I'm not saying you can't go for less time, but so the further away, you're right, the more time you need. So that is a thing. Um, Joy wants to know if anyone's been to Belize. That's on my list, Joy. I bet Cassandra, no, I know for a fact Cassandra's been there. Sister Girl Chronicles has been to Belize. What are your thoughts on that, Sister Girl Chronicles? There's so many countries that, like are on the list for me, but then you got to narrow it down. You can only be one place at a time. Belize is definitely that place on the list. Not before 10 says she usually travels from the end of September through November. That is a great time to travel because one, school is in. And so the cost is, that's typically the most affordable time to travel after school starts and before the holidays. And so if you have that flexibility, if your children are adults, you're empty nester, or you're retired, whatever, that is indeed the most economical time to travel. My husband, he's not an educator, but he works with students. The nonprofit that he runs is for middle and high school boys, and so it's a career developmental program. And so his calendar is the academic calendar, and that's why we always go on vacation in August because it's after all the summer programming, but before school starts. But that is a great time. Sister Girl Chronicles says East Africa has beautiful beaches on the Indian Ocean, Fiji, um, Thailand. Yes. And Thailand is inexpensive. I think the most expensive thing about Thailand is the flight. But in terms of how far your dollar will go, you're absolutely right, Sister Girl Chronicles. Which is why it's on my short list. Absolutely. I knew she had. See, this is why she's one of the foremost travel bloggers because she's been so many places. She went to Belize and loved it, and it's also English speaking. Palencia. There are many other options. Yes, I mean honestly, there are very few places that I've been where someone doesn't speak enough English for you to be able to get what you need and enjoy yourself. And then now, guys, your phone has a translator on it. And you can literally turn that translator on and let the person speak in their native language. And then you see the translation, and then you say, what you want to say, and then the translator app translates it. It's actually not as cumbersome as the original apps used to be. I remember when I went to Europe, and this was over 10 years ago. There were apps that did that, but they were a lot more cumbersome. Now it's like fast, real time. So don't let the language barrier be a reason to not go someplace. Absolutely. You guys have great. See, this is what we do. We This is what we do. We share. So summer. Now, if you have not done something this summer to disconnect, refresh, and revitalize yourself, summer's not over. You still have time. I think Sister Girl Chronicles had a great reminder. She's going to museums in Chicago, in the city where she lives. So even if this isn't a good time for you to travel, or for whatever reason it's not a good time to get away, Google best tourist spots in the city where you live. I bet you would be shocked. Oftentimes there are places that we pass all the time and we just, for whatever reason, ignore them. I think you would be shocked. Oftentimes I hear people say they're coming to Houston for vacation, and I'm just, I have been known to say, what are you going to do? I have been known to say that. And the people we met, many of the people we met when we were in Mexico, when we said we were from Houston, they're like, "Oh, we love Houston," or "Oh yeah, we're planning a trip to Houston," and I'm just like, tell me what you're going to do. Yes, there are a lot of restaurants. Yes, there's good shopping. But again, you can kind of get jaded about the place where you live. So um, Google your own city. Yes, Thailand is on a lot of people's bucket list. And because Sister Girl Chronicles has been there, when we get ready to go, we need to consult with her first. Check out her website. Absolutely. That's what we're here for. And you've got time to plan it, hopefully. So you've got time to look at all of those locations, everything from the economics of it to the travel time to how much vacation time you have and what makes sense. From Chicago, oh, you flew to Qatar. Oh, you went that way instead of, okay. I'm got the globe in my head. So I was thinking you flew east instead of flying west. Okay. All right. About 20 hours. Yeah, that sounds about right to get to South Africa, about right. I remember when we went to no, that was when one time when my daughter went to Cape Town, she actually flew. Did she fly to London first? Um, yeah, it like sometimes the route doesn't like make sense in your head, but you got to do what you got to do. And that's why when the distance you're traveling determines how long your vacation needs to be, because that 20 hours, that's like a day. And so you've got to factor in that for travel. Leaving out of California would be easier than, or is that Orlando? I think that's Orlando. No, MCO is Orlando. Sister Girl Chronicles, you're being travel agent right now. You're being travel agent right now. I forget what's ORD. I used to know all of those. What's ORD? Oh, O'Hare. Leaving out of California easier than O'Hare. Chicago. Yeah, because Chicago's the busiest airport in our country. That probably would make sense. And it's a United hub. But because it's like right smack in the middle of the country, yeah, that makes sense. Which is why when I have a connection through O'Hare, I'm like, it better be 90 minutes. And they're doing construction in O'Hare now. So, but, you got to do it. Okay, guys. Well, thank you. Where do you purge? I want to shop your closet. So that comment from Instagram, I talked about projects that I have and I need to just go through my closet and do things. I told my sister, come on over. So she'll get first dibs, Trina. And then normally, I had been donating to Goodwill, but I think now I want to be more specific and donate specifically to organizations that support women. I was talking to one of my cousins who is a content creator, and she was saying that people have been complaining about the prices at YouTube. I'm sorry, at Goodwill, that they've made their prices so much that the whole intent of Goodwill was so that people could go and get good clothing, gently used clothing at an extremely affordable price, that now it's is like shopping a retail store now, which is quite unfortunate. So I think the next time I do a closet purge, whatever I can't give to family members, I'm going to be more intentional about donating to a very, very specific women's cause, whether it's a women's shelter or Dress for Success, something like that. I'm going to be a lot more intentional. The Goodwill is like less than 5 minutes from my house because they're everywhere now. So that's why that was my default. But I am going to be a little bit more intentional now. The green swimsuit, that green swimsuit is so old, not before 10. It's 4 years old, maybe five. I'm trying to think, when did I buy that? I bought it in 2022 for another trip to Mexico. It is really, really old. Um, what I can do is, and I think I did, but I'll go back and check that vlog. I think I put a link to something as close to possible. I think I did like a Google screenshot search, but I bought that 4 years ago. um, yeah, and I actually wanted to find the exact replica to replace it, and I couldn't. So yeah, now the tie dye one and then the orange one, those came from Shein, believe it or not. I'd never shopped there before. I will see. I put links to something similar. I didn't do the actual Shein links because for whatever reason I couldn't find them. So I'll go back and try that. Now I will say that tie dye one with the long skirt, I really liked that one. I really did. If I can find the link, and then if it comes in a different color, I actually may buy another one. I don't have another vacation plan. Well, in November, I'm going to a tropical location, but I just liked it so much. I wanted to get another one. And I know sometimes the sites like that, I don't shop on those sites. That is actually my first time getting something from Shein. It's like here today, gone tomorrow. But so thank you. I'm glad you liked it. You need a 2 hour layover in O'Hare. Yeah, it can be nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yes, yeah, yeah, Shauna. That's actually I'm going to do that. Now, when we had our in-person coffee with Angel in last December, if you recall, we it was a it didn't cost anything to attend, but we asked for donations for the Star of Hope Women's Shelter. It's a women's and children's shelter. And so that's where, but I didn't ask for clothing. I asked for what they do is the donations that they want are for things to help women set up home house again. They have temporary housing apartments, and then the goal is to get them independent again. And so we did things like that, and also things like baby diapers, wipes, toiletries, really all the basics that you need when you move into an apartment and you don't have anything. So yeah, I will put the link to Sister Girl Chronicles website in the show notes so that you guys can go back to it. It'll be easier to find than trying to go through all of the comments once this vlog goes live. Yeah, Dress for Success is good. And so many people like when Dress for Success started, they would get like women's suits and heels and stuff like that. But so few places require that now for the workspace, and so many interviews are actually done virtually. Like I don't even the suits that I used to have, I already gave to them years ago when I retired from Texas Children. So, but I'm sure they can still use lots of business casual clothes. So that still, I believe, is a good place to donate. Yeah. But Shauna, I will share it on excuse me. I will share Sister Girl Chronicles website. I mean, I will put it right here. Let's see. But I will also put it in the show notes. Here it is, Sister Girl Chronicles, Adventures of Life After 50. Actually, here it is. For some reason, I thought it was longer. The name was longer. Okay, there you go. Hi, Yaya Ross. There you go, ladies. That's Sister Girl Chronicles website. All things travel. Now, it says for Adventures for Life over 50, but we know this information is good for anyone. She has traveled the world many times over. And so while she might say this is her niche, and it is her niche, the information is valid for everyone. And Shauna, you may get some new ideas, some new destination ideas that maybe you hadn't thought of. Because there are a lot of islands in the Caribbean. Oh, in New Orleans, they're asking for business attire. Okay, suitable for job interviews. Well, that's good to know because sometimes I wonder if people are still dressing like that for job interviews. I know that's what my expectation would be if I were interviewing someone. Absolutely. And even if you're doing a virtual interview, still from the neck up, still needs to be all business as though you're in there. Shauna says she's looking now. So Cassandra, she's on it. She is on it. Okay, guys. Well, thanks so much. I know we've just been all over the place this morning, just chit-chatting. I really missed you guys. It was so great catching up, just having our Friday morning girlfriend chit-chat. I'm still dressed like I'm on vacation, but that's okay. I'm going to put a proper on top on for all of my Zoom meetings that I have coming up today because I have like 3 meetings, but I'm still on vacation mode in my head. In my head, I'm still on vacation. So thanks for indulging me because nobody said like, what are you wearing? They're like, she's still on vacation. She's still on vacation in her head. We're to let her go. But I mentioned this in summer things that I'm loving. I think the whole wearing a scarf as a top. And so I'm going to do a vlog on that, y'all. I'm a little obsessed. I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of a set of 4 from Amazon. I think the whole set of 4 scarves, it was very much under $20. I don't remember how much, but I wanted to try it. You know, when it comes to trends, I always want to try things with an affordable option. And then if I really love it, then okay, I might consider getting like a designer scarf or 2. But I needed to try it like this to see like, is it going to slip up or down, or will I just like wearing it? And I'm just going to be honest with you, I love it. I wore them in Mexico. Now I did try to wear them as a sarong. The satin and the wet swimsuit didn't really work. I have linen and cotton scarves that I've used, like the huge silk blend pashimas. Those are great for wrapping around when you get out of the pool. They work really well with wet swimsuits. Satin scarves, not so much. So that part, that was a no. That doesn't work. But for the top, absolutely love it. So I am going to do in the future, someone mentioned, I asked in the vlog if you wanted me to do 10 ways to style a scarf as a top, and a few people said yes. So we got a little bit more summer left in us. We got a little bit more summer, so that's going to be coming soon. coming soon, along with my empty nest renovation project. So you guys have a great, great weekend. I hope that you have done something this summer to disconnect, refresh, and enjoy. I hope whether that's leaving your city or whether that's exploring your city or whether that's not looking at emails for a couple of days with or doing something in your garden outside, whatever it may be, do something to refresh yourself. Summers, we still got a few more weeks. Honestly, if you're on the Gulf Coast, you got a few more months. But it's all good. Take care, y'all. I'll see y'all next Friday on The Beauty of Aging.